Akhirnya. Halo, halo. Udah on. Aduh. Bingung coy, kameranya dua. Halo, halo bro. Hari ini gue lagi main Before Your Eyes nih. Gantian gue yang ghosting sama Bang Yapyu kan. Yapyu lagi streaming sendiri jadi nggak ikut Valorant. Ntar dikabarin sih. Lagi nunggu Bang Yapyu kalau emang jadi Valorant nyobain game ini nih yang kemarin katanya Bang siapa ya? Bang Iqbal atau Bang gue lupa nih. Ini tentang baru deh. Di Steam juga ratingnya tinggi Kak Omori 10/10. Story rich juga. Terus bedanya nih game kreatif sih pakai ini. Apa ya? Dia pakai deteksi mata coy. Layarnya masih cam. Layar apa Bang Andra? Oh iya kan harus pakai dua webcam beda kan? Tadi bingung sih gua nyeting ini. Kayak mau pas foto Ci. Bang Royhan halo. Halo bro. Gamenya kak mau pas foto KTP kan? Tadi pengen stream kan di awal gitu jam 8. Gue nyeting entah kenapa kalau pakai satu kamera nggak bisa, jadi harus pakai dua nih. Ini udah masuk game. Ya, dikira sama Bang Andra lagi ini ya, lagi pas foto kan, lagi siap-siap streaming. Bukan, gamenya gitu emang. Iya, Bang Usop lagi MMR-an. Jadi, ya sudahlah, kita coba ini deh. Gue senang sih nyobain game gini, ntar yang asik gue lanjutin gitu. Ini asik coy. Ini mbahnya VR ini kelihatannya. Oh, jadi gua kira main VR kan. Kepala gue goyang-goyangin. Goyangnya sama mouse tetap sih. Cuma jalannya ini sama. Oh gitu. Gitu. Oh, suara game kebesaran ya? Nah, aman.
That's mine.
Nah, sini aman.
Well, hello there, stranger.
Oh iya kah? Soalnya game kemarin di
Bright
Omori
and shiny one, aren't you?
aman sih.
I asked you for your name, but sadly you got no mouth to
Wah,
speak
kelihatannya
with
masih
or
keras nih. Bentar. Oh, turun
hands
dikit
to
lagi.
shake with,
Nah, udah aman pasti
nose
nih.
to look down with. So we're gonna have to find another way. See, what you'll find is, even though you're no longer in your body, your
Ini man
body
pakai
is
mouse
still
apa pakai
inside
detek
you.
mata? Oh, geser-gesernya nih. Wah, siap.
if you
Gile baik
understand
coy.
what I'm
Oh iya,
saying,
Navi main ya. Hati-hati Bang Andra.
blink over my
Buat Bang
head.
Abim, ini mainnya sih pakai mouse. Gesernya pakai mouse,
Remember
bukan pakai
blinking,
ini kan.
Don't you?
Cuma
That thing you did.
tiap ada logo
Look at
mata
that.
gitu kita harus
You're a
ngeblink.
blinking genius.
Tiap logo mata gitu.
I knew you
Ngarahinnya
were
tetap pakai mouse sih, tetap pakai mouse.
See all them poor souls down there?
Ini siapa yang nyaranin dia?
Lost
Bang
in the
Iqbal ya
waves.
kemarin ya? Atau
I
siapa ya?
didn't choose any of them. I chose you.
Gak ada subtitle. Gak ada subtitle. Gak ada. Oh ada. Siap.
I just
Ada.
sometimes get a sort of a hunch.
Lah,
or
kok nggak keluar subtitlenya?
better word.
Padahal gua udah keluarin subtitlenya. Oh gitu, limited berarti. Udah, ada. Udah keluarin. Cuma rasanya nggak semuanya keluar deh, kayak ke limited gitu kan.
Premonition. A premonition when a soul's worth pulling up.
Harusnya main di VR bagus sih ini. Yakin gue
See that
bagus ini.
tower out there? Big scary one. That's where I'm taking you to see the gatekeeper, to be judged. I'm gonna present your case. Tell her the whole story of your
Oh, subtitlenya nggak keluar. Coba ini dicentang gitu.
entire life, from proud to stir.
Memang nggak keluar?
If she's impressed, I get paid the big coin, and you get yourself a spot in her magnificent city. If she ain't, well, I eat seagull.
Kebiasaan main VR kan tiap
You.
gini kepala gue udah pingin gini-gini aja.
We don't have to worry about that, because I am the best orator you'll find on these sickly waters. Class A storyteller, believe you me. Oh, shut up.
Oh, ini keluar.
Trash birds.
Oh,
You had your chances.
enggak semuanya.
It was my fault you were no good.
Enggak,
Let it
enggak
bounce.
semuanya ada ternyata subsnya.
Unsatisfactory clock watchers. I got some words for you.
Ini orang nggak sehat,
Sorry you had to hear that.
ada gangguan jiwa dan mental kali. ODGJ yang di Bali tuh kan kemarin tuh rame tuh ODGJ yang di Bali
So
tuh.
sure, maybe I'm not the most verbose storyteller out there.
Di
but
Instagram
I know
tuh
how to
rame.
spin a yarn if I'm given something to work with, and that's where you come in. Your life. You're gonna show it to me. I want to see exactly what made you so absolutely great. So, just think back to the very beginning. The first thing that you can remember.
Ini ceritanya
I'm gonna send
udah
you.
mati gitu kah?
But understand, no matter how much you like it, you're not going to be able to stay, all right?
Ini di River
Every
Styx,
time
di
you
sungai
blink,
Styx, sungai
you're
kematian
going
tuh.
to jump forward in time. Could be
Yang
a
lompat dari
second,
motor. Iya.
5 years.
Yang lompat dari motor tuh rame kan? Itu di Bali ODGJ-nya.
Alrighty then.
Sempat bawa pisau nggak sih
Who's
itu?
ready for this? Now, the
Serem,
next
coy.
time you blink, I'm gonna send you back.
Oh, oke.
Now, don't be afraid, and don't try to fight it. The thing to remember about blinking is, well, it's only a matter of time.
Gua ngeblink nih.
I'm touched you enjoy my company. I really am. But I'll have to ask you to have some respect for the process here.
Oh jadi harus ngeblink.
Try to
Ah,
enjoy
mataku
it this
kering.
time.
Oh jadi harus ngeblink. Asik juga sih gamenya.
Fun.
Kreatif coy developernya.
We've got a long, beautiful day ahead of us.
Harusnya bisa support VR sih. Kalau bisa
Why are
keren
you
banget sih.
smiling like that?
Gak si Dovalo bang.
You must really
Yang diajak
like-
main lagi MMR-an. Lah aku ngeblink ganti kan. Yang diajak main lagi MMR-an. Gantian gue yang di ghosting sekarang sama Bang Yapyu. Dibales gue sedih coy. Jadi nyobain game baru nih.
Let's go get you some
Asik sih gamenya.
seashells. What do you say?
Harusnya nih gameplaynya lebih pendek sih.
You see that big spiky plant over there? That's called agave. 11 years from now.
Ah,
It really slipped away, didn't it? Oh well, days have a tendency to do that, I guess.
jangan naik, gua main.
Okay. Go ahead, kid.
Kalau pakai VR nanti nggak bisa nangis. Bisa, VR-nya doang aja yang basah kan. Untungnya ini game nggak rasis ke orang C. Ke orang C, apa itu orang C? Yapyu balas dendam. Sepertinya iya, Yapyu balas dendam.
Little hand.
Orang C itu apa?
We have to make him do this every birthday.
Hah? Orang Cina. Emang kenapa? Oh sipit, anjir, gua baru nyadar coy. Mata gue besar coy, santai. Gue punya temen tuh, matanya lebih sipit kan, lebih sipit matanya. Kalau dia ngomong ketawa gitu udah hilang, tinggal garis gitu matanya. Ada gua teman gitu. Ah, nggak enak gua. Nggak sengaja ngeblink, udah.
Sounds good, honey.
I'm sending it to my mentor next week.
Gua nggak sengaja ngeblink.
Well, sounds pretty perfect to me.
Yeah, what do you like about it?
What do I like about it?
Ini cowok
I
kan.
like the music.
Kok gitu sih gua nggak.
Very specific.
Takutnya nggak kedetek melek. Kedetek. Buktinya gua kedetek nih, aman.
Thinking about.
Mata gua masih besar.
I don't know.
Mungkin kalau temen gue yang main nggak kedetek kali ya.
The universe.
Jadi nggak boleh sembarangan kedip kan berarti mainnya ini.
Do you think he's going to be smart?
No, it's not derivative. At least I didn't think it was. Do you think you could tell the other members of the selection committee what I just told you?
Ini ceritanya tentang apa sih Mas Ian? Jadi kita ini anaknya kah?
I guess I just put a lot of expectation on this call. Okay, I understand.
Kalau dilihat
Thank you
dari
for considering my piece.
sudut pandangnya sama yang
It really
dipegang nih,
means a lot.
harusnya gue ini jadi anaknya mereka kan. Itu si ibu.
That's sure a little mess of color.
Lu mana Bu? Ibu.
Hey, we do not throw things in this house. If you're mad that you aren't good enough yet, you'll just have to keep working at it.
Oh.
See? That used to be my piano. My dad gave it to me. He loved music.
Oh,
At
flashback,
his home country just to
flashback.
have a chance to pursue it.
Gue kira jadi anak kecil. Ternyata flashback, masih kecilnya berarti kan ya.
God, he made me practice so much.
Entar mirip Your Lie in April nih. Ada piano-piano juga kan.
Okay, Benny. Are you ready to see something really special?
I just don't want him to get attacked.
Dapat hewan kan?
Richard,
What?
that's the cutest thing I've ever seen.
Ya dapat
What's wrong
kucing.
with that?
Kayak
We can't
Minji.
keep him, can we? I mean, I'm pretty much definitely allergic, so no, right?
Wah gila, kucingnya kayak Zoro, matanya satu
Now
anjir.
play the C major chord I taught you. Remember? There you go. Doesn't that make you feel happy? Like you just want to jump up and down? Now what about C minor?
Anjir
Remember
lagunya
how to play that one? Very
Bakalan-
good.
bakalan
Just one note
sedih.
different. That
Wah.
one sounds sad, doesn't
Ntar
it?
gue kalau nangis di live stream gimana, malu
Amazing
kan.
what a difference one little change can make on how a person feels.
Kucingnya sama. Masih bagus kucing gue ini. Kalau boleh nyombongin ya.
So let
Hehe.
me and your
Ini
little
kucingnya
friend
kan matanya
piano
satu
there.
gitu. Hujan kah? Anjir, hujan deras. Di rumah kalian hujan nggak nih? Bagi yang nonton-nonton gue ini masih kan. Hujan
She was
deras.
in grad school studying composition. I never met anyone like her. I just prayed to God I could somehow keep up. I think she liked that I was a professor.
Udah kehujanan tuh.
Gave me a certain
Dia naik motor.
gravitas in her eyes, you know, which I very quickly lost. God, she dragged me to so many places. It was wonderful.
Jadi ini flashbacknya masih kecil gitu kan. Yang tadi papanya, terus mamanya gitu. Kalau mau nangis namatin Omori. Siap, besok gua lanjutin Omori. Omori cuma kepanjangan sih. Mungkin kalau nggak anu gua binding offline doang gitu kan. Lama aja 20 jam. Serius bang, hujan bener, deres di sini. Terus banget. Gue di Bekasi hujan di Mitos. Belum.
That's my piece.
Ini hujan bener.
How'd you figure
Lurus
out how to
coy
play that?
hujannya.
Richard, are you hearing this?
Oh jadi
What?
He's playing my piece. He must have figured it out by ear. I mean, I was. Oh God, I have my interview in 5 minutes and I completely forgot to feed him.
Don't worry,
Oh.
I already did.
gue di Jogja nggak hujan.
It's all organized into folders, sitting ready.
Mungkin ini
on your
hujannya
desk.
buat orang-orang yang
They
diberkati
will
aja
literally
kali
be
ya.
on your desk when you get in. What
Mungkin
could possibly happen to the files?
Ini hujannya mengguyur hati saya yang galau ini kan. Biar lebih galau gitu kan. Biasanya kalau hujan gini kan cocok buat yang galau-galau gitu. Lah anjing, kucingnya pipis. Ini kucing bodoh coy, nggak kayak kucing gue.
When's he coming?
I'm flying him out in February, remember? You know, I think he was pretty surprised that I could actually afford to do that.
Hey, why not? You're a working woman now.
I guess that's true.
Wah, jangan-jangan kucingnya ntar mati, njir.
This is called a metronome. We
Yes,
use it to
coy.
measure time so we don't get lost in the music. I want you to start using it before Grandpa comes to visit. You know, my father once told me, when I was about your age, the only way to fight against time is to create a work of genius, which might live on after you're gone.
Masuk akal sih.
So I asked him, what about your children? Thinking, you know, I might be a work of genius just as I was.
Kalau kita jenius bakal
Yes,
inget sih.
I suppose.
Kayak Thomas Alva Edison yang bikin lampu gitu kan.
I could live on through that as well.
Pasti keinget sepanjang waktu kan.
No such luck for me.
Streamer macam gue gini masa keinget? Belum tentu coy. Mungkin kalau Bang Winda gitu kan streamer pasti ini nih, pasti keinget nih kan udah GG gitu kan. Anonim gitu kan. Caster Dota terkenal di Indonesia. Kalau streamer magang kayak gue mah belum.
Okay? Subdivide the time. 1e and a 2e and a 3e and a 4e and a 1e and a 2e and a 3e and a 4e. You're off. You're off, Ben. You can't hear that?
Pak,
There you
kalau
go,
lagu
buddy.
Beethoven ya,
Okay, now keep a firm grip on it, just like
Ingat.
that.
dulu itu gue ada film horor yang Ghost at School itu loh. Tuh gue takut jir kalau ada lagu Beethoven tuh. Kan ada setannya yang main lagu Beethoven tuh. Iya, yang setannya main piano, mainnya dia main lagu itu. Serem. Pak, Surabaya kalau hujan masih panas. Masih banget. Di Surabaya banyak orang-orang berdosa, coy. Udaranya panas banget. Gak ada dingin-dinginnya.
Well, don't think you like that, pal. Sorry, buddy.
Paling mending itu ya kalau mendung.
So we can
Itu mending dah. Gak seberapa mendung pun tapi udaranya panas. Udaranya doang yang panas.
Really behind right now. Why don't you take photos in the backyard? It may not be interesting at first, but if you keep going back out there every day, you'll be surprised by how much it changes.
Lah, pianonya kok ditumpuki buku? Si mama sudah stres ya kerja mulu ya. Dinikmati aja Pak, sama tahu ntar Duo Totonus bisa jadi top streamer game horror. Siap. Ntar kalau banyak yang bantu like sama subscribe kan pasti keluar kan di anunya, di apa, algoritmanya YouTube, ntar terkenal
So you're
dah.
saying it's a coincidence that it disappears for weeks and then comes
Pindah
back
Malang
with a
adem.
huge belly?
Enggak, Malang juga nggak adem menurut gue.
Ernie's a boy.
And you're sure about
Di
that?
Batu, di Tretes gitu pun ya nggak dingin kok.
Thought I was.
I'm still
Sekarang
not
udah-
understanding how you let this happen.
Udah nggak
I
dingin.
don't.
He keeps
Iya,
coloring
setannya
the
terlalu
grass
banyak
blue,
kata
the
Bang Richard
ocean
tuh.
green, and then the sky red.
And what's wrong with that?
No, are you kidding? I love it.
Ini masih misteri sih, tiap gue kedip berubah. Kayak kita tambah tua gitu gak sih di game ini?
Oh, yeah, got those too. No, give it a break from learning.
Sekarang mah nggak ada yang dingin, bener. Di Bromo kali itu dingin. Kalau di Malang, Batu sekarang mah panas, sama panas.
I know, it seems impossible that you could ever play something so complex. But just take it one day at a time. Trust me.
Dah,
You're really getting there, honey. Next week, we'll start working on your other hand.
Tiba-tiba Natal.
Listen to him, Richard.
Dan tambah
I'm
pro
enlisting in
coy.
your competition.
I thought you said competitions took the joy out of playing music.
Not if you win.
Dari dulu gue pengen sih main piano. Kayak keren gak sih orang yang bisa main piano, yang bisa main
Guide to
yang bisa alat musik itu kelihatannya kayak gimana ya?
two
Buat
washers on each
guide
screw.
hati cewek itu gampang
So
gitu
that means
loh.
we need 8
Kalau
washers.
kedip time skip, oh
Yeah.
gitu. Berarti kedipnya jangan di bola mata ya.
Where the hell are the washers?
Dari dulu pengen banget sih gue bisa main piano gitu, tapi otak gue nggak sampai sih buat main piano. Ribet gue kalau lihat orang main piano, tapi keren sih orang bisa main piano tuh. Daripada gitar gue lebih seneng orang yang main piano sih. Keren.
The quiz said find the zero, and he just drew an arrow pointing to it.
Well, what's wrong with that?
I mean, everything is wrong with that.
Oh, dia pinter main musik tapi nggak pinter matematika. Yap.
Congratulations, B. First of many, I'd assume.
Oh, yang ini udah mulai tua ya. Dari desain kamarnya aja dari yang anak-anak lah. Ya anjing, skip kan?
This isn't my house. It's not my house.
Right, it's my house.
Fall back, you fool. I'll have your heads. I'll feed them to the
Oh, ini
cat.
tetangganya. Biasanya yang
Hey, you. Yeah.
oh iya
you.
tetangga kan. Ini apa ya namanya? Oh, Osanana
Yes, Mr.
Jimmy,
Camera boy, I'm talking to
childhood
you.
friend. Nggak ada cantik-cantiknya coy. Ini cewek. Udah rata gitu kan.
Why are you always out here taking photos? You know, if you really want to take a photo of something cool, you should take a photo of this.
Chloe!
Oh shoot. I think I gotta go. But try to take a photo of me running into my house. I'm pretty fast, so I don't think you'll be able to. But you can try. What the hell? How did he do that?
Lah kalau ke skip efek nggak sih? Kayak beberapa ke skip.
Bet he's about to play for us.
Childhood crush gue. Kalau ngomongin childhood crush gitu ya, pasti kalian juga punya kan? Gue punya sih childhood crush. Wah, senang banget tuh dari kelas SD coy, dari kelas 2 gue. Teman sekolah kan. Tapi mungkin bukan jodoh kan?
Wow, L, he's unbelievable. My God, I didn't realize our head of accounting was raising a musical prodigy.
Didn't you used to be a composer yourself, Elle?
No, I don't know if I'd say that.
But you used to write your own music, right?
Yeah, but I haven't done that in years. Not since he was 4 or 5 years old.
And what do, Richard?
He's a professor.
Of what?
Well, no one really knows.
No, I mean, what's his field?
It's maritime archaeology.
Very cool.
But no one really knows what it means.
Ini Richard. Keskip mataku.
History.
Mata
My name
bodoh.
is Mr. Isaac.
Gue masih
Class
tunggu.
will be broken up into
Hey, you.
units. In each unit, we will study in
Gue berusaha dengerin ceritanya gitu kan. Kedip cuks mata gue. Wah. Bang Iqbal, halo. Gila, baru join juga nih Bang Iqbal. Lengkap. Viewer gue lengkap nih. Udah 3. Yang selalu nimbrung kan. Bang Royhan, Bang Abim, Bang Raden, Bang Iqbal. Udah 4. Yang Bang Abim juga nih. Pengikutnya Stefanus sama. Pengikutnya Samsudin. We are in the same class. What a coincidence. Please keep in mind that jadi ini teman. We don't know each other.
This is
Do not talk to me ever. Love
I want
close.
each of you to write it down.
Don't even look
Not doodle
Look.
on the sidelines,
Stop
not
staring
stare
at me,
off into space.
Lu sundere kah? Kamu yang ngasih ini.
Now I will go on to the next slide. Chloe, tell me, what did the quote say?
Right, I definitely know this.
Lah,
You were taking notes,
lah.
weren't you, Chloe?
Oh yes.
Kok nggak bisa
of
kedipin gue?
course. Come on, dude. Help me out.
Come on, Chloe. We're all waiting.
Nggak, kok nyantol? Bentar. Kalibrasi lagi, kali-kali error kan? Pas foto, njir. Buat KTP gitu kan? Udah. Loh, nggak bisa. Lah, tiba-tiba kok gini?
Convince your father not to buy you that thing, but he insisted. Have
Kok aneh?
for himself.
Ada yang mau, ada yang enggak.
The little guys are pretty cute, though. I will admit that. Oh, I want the job of whoever gets paid to think of that crap.
Oh, Pokemon kayak ini. Ada Barnacle, ada Shroom, ada Lobster, sama Clamdung. Pak, gue nonton anime. Nggak apa-apa, monggo Bang Rohan. Lagi seru kan emang lagi Navi sama ini kan?
Oh sure.
Navi sama apa ini? Gua
We
lupa.
sit together in history class.
Outsider kan? Siap-siap.
I don't
Thank you.
know what I'd do
You.
without old Benny.
Very sweet. Thank you for playing this game with him.
You are not my friend, by the way. Since you refused to help me in class, I decided our relationship is purely transactional. Okay, shut up. I really want this one. Maybe I'll use tickle stick.
Oh, macam Pokemon. Lah ini bisa, tadi nggak bisa, anjir. Kok aneh?
It's cool. It's about an hour away in a town called Burton. I know the change can be scary, but I just want you to go in and meet the dean I spoke with.
Oh, jadi kita sekarang lagi ke sekolah musik.
Places if you're really, really good at something.
Oh, jadi ke
So what
sekolah
do you think,
musik.
Benjamin? You think you could excel in that sort of an environment?
Sorry, he gets very shy.
Oh, not to worry.
Oh,
If he's as
Benjamin.
gifted as you say he is, shyness is no problem. Why don't you two come back closer to the end of the year for an audition? We'll get a few pieces that you can have him start learning. I'm eager to hear what your son is capable of.
Oh, pindah sekolah.
So, I understand you were a musician yourself. Where did you study?
Oh, Berkeley. But I was in the composition department.
Ah,
Ah,
and
gua
who did you study on?
gak pengen. Wah, gua gak pengen ngebling anjing. Les di Yamaha, bukan Yamaha mah. Masa Yamaha kok nggak berkelas banget gitu kan? Yamaha selalu di depan. Ini kontrolnya pakai mata doang. Iya.
As
Yang
you can
kanan
see, there's
kirinya
some very
pakai
fast
mouse.
runs in there, and a lot
Tiap
of
ada
stuff I've not
metronom,
taught you
kita
properly.
nextnya
So
pakai
no
kedipin
pressure.
mata.
I just want you to try.
Jadi dua
See
doang.
if you start enjoying it. Just like to see you really rise. to the
Anjir, gua
occasion.
pengen
Just
lihat
this
ceritanya
once.
tiap kedip ke
I wish
next.
I had the option of going to a school like that when I was your age. I wouldn't be working this boring job or living in this boring town, I'll tell you that. What was that? Was that the piece? What is going on with you these days? I barely know whose kid you're supposed to be. Oh my God, Benny! What are you thinking? You could have killed us.
Emang bisa dilewatin kah pilihannya? Atau harusnya bisa ya, ada waktunya kan? Oh, days until audition. Oh, ini jadi anaknya tipikal yang jadi tuntutan itu kan? Yang dituntut sama orang tua.
Don't answer that, Ben. Talk to your friend after you practice.
Kita lebih milih masa depan ya, jadi kita nggak bakal ngangkat teleponnya tuh. Gue nggak suka juga kan diganggu waktu lagi streaming.
Oh my god. Is she really calling you again? What, is she obsessed with you?
Oh, ini yang childhood friend. Gua mau. Gua mau ngangkat.
In the presence of my eyes,
Gua mau ngangkat,
who you
Jir.
remember is the goddess of truth and justice.
Susah coy kalau kontrolnya pakai mata.
Soul against a feather, determining whether it was worthy of entering.
Gua
into
mau
her
angkat
land of the dead.
coy. Keskip malahan.
And what if they are deemed unworthy? Well, you can see that ugly fur ball under the scale. That
Hey,
is Amulet.
Mr. Kid.
And yes,
Look
that's
at
a she. The head of a crocodile, fur of a lion, see, and the body of a hippopotamus. Though I would not say that to her face. Now, as you can see, she is
Oh,
ready
jadi
to
kita di-invite
devour
buat tidur di ini.
any
Oke.
of the deceased who do not pass judgment. Sort of like.
Ew, why is he so scared looking? Okay, I'll call you when I'm leaving my house. You better pick up my call, dude.
Oh, jadi kemarin tuh kita mau diajak. Pantes jomblo. Enggak, Jir. Gua pengen ngangkat tadi, coy.
sure the only reason she keeps coming here is to play that game you bought for him.
Okay, well, listen, I don't claim to understand the motives of children.
Richard, Benny has a chance here. A real chance to be really good at something. I mean this is no offense at all. But I don't think you actually really understand what that is.
No.
Anjing, nih game bikin emosi, cuks. Gua pengen ngikutin story-nya, tiap gue kedip ke skip, cuks. Mata gue kering, Jir. Mana tadi katanya diajak ke pantai kan? Gagal, anjing.
Lights out. You need to be rested for tomorrow. Memory consolidates when you're asleep. So if you go to sleep now, you will awaken a master. Trust me.
Jadi posisinya kita ini di antara si mama pengen kita jadi pinter gitu kan, dituntut gitu kan.
Turn the lights off, not just mom.
Untung orang tua nggak kayak gini, coy. Kasian, bro. Anaknya nggak bisa menikmati kehidupan.
Benny, turn those lights off.
Nih Bang Abim ketawa melulu, seneng lihat gue tersiksa, coy.
We, mostly your mom.
Oh, all right.
Sorry,
Richard,
I got you.
you're sleeping
On the
in the
couch?
yard.
Okay. Oh,
On the couch
yard?
in the yard
Oh,
tonight.
I didn't even book the couch.
Ya guys, kita nggak jadi ke pantai. Oh ini. Sneak out, try to sleep. Gimana? Gua di dalam pilihan yang sulit nih. Gue pengen jadi anak yang pinter atau keluar. Tapi logikanya ya kalau gue sneak out keluar, kan tetap bisa balik kan, besok tetap bisa ujian. Cuma nggak fit gitu aja. Kita mengejar cinta ya, sneak out.
Wow, didn't think you'd actually pick up. I mistook you for a baby. I apologize. Okay, so meet me out in the alley in T-minus now, okay? Chloe, out.
Let's go, siap ke pantai ya, ke pantai ya. Cewek number one, siap.
You know, I'm really glad you're here. There's something I've been meaning to talk to you about.
Gas, siap.
To get off my chest. Okay. I don't think Consters is actually a really good game. My cousin Yoon, he was in town this weekend, and he was explaining how it's actually a ripoff of a really good Japanese game.
Anjir, bisa
He calls it
bikin
a-
bintang kan?
So, I'm sorry that I made you like it because it's actually a terrible game.
Nggak salah
But I
dong
also
kita
think
ngikutin.
that if it was a really good game, maybe we wouldn't have enjoyed playing it as much. We would have been so focused on how good it was and not the feelings we had while we were
Tae.
playing.
Kok jadi tae?
Like, my favorite vegetable is the tomato, but Yoon thinks that they're the grossest ever. And you're probably the least popular
Tuh
boy
kan,
in the
tae.
school. But I also like hanging out with you the
Kenapa
most,
ngespelnya gitu?
which was also something
Oh,
I wanted to
stars.
ask you about. I like hanging out with you a lot, which is weird because after what happened with my mom,
Stay here.
I never like hanging out with anyone. So this has been a big surprise for me this year in a lot of ways.
Oh, jadi bener nih kata Bang Abim nih. Ini yang si cewek seneng ternyata sama kita.
Never lets me talk. My dad does.
Iya, stay
but
here.
I
Iya,
can tell
benar.
he's not
Gua
really listening.
ah!
Probably didn't sleep at all. Out in the cold all night. You're already feeling sick, aren't you?
Mata gue gak bisa
It's okay, you still got
dikontrol.
this. I mean, all the practice had to count for something.
Gua gak pengen nge-skip
Maybe just try and
guys.
close your eyes now
Ke-skip
and get a little sleep
cuks.
on the way over.
Fuck.
In your own time, Benjamin, we are very excited.
Secret
to
Class
hear.
apa tuh? Film, anim, manga? Gue gak tahu Secret Class. Ketinggalan lagi nih. Oh, berarti waktunya ujian nih. Tuh kan?
Oh, okay. I think that's enough.
Lah, kita kok jadi gini?
Benjamin, why don't we plan on having you come back next year again, once you've had a bit more time to practice? Yes? As you know, Burton isn't the right fit for every student, and
Yeah,
I wish you
gagal,
the best
guys.
of luck on your path, wherever it may take you, okay? All right. I really want to thank you and your mother for coming all the way out here. I know it was quite the drive.
Ya gagal. Emang kalau kita nggak datengin yang cewek gitu nggak bakal ini kah?
Turned into my own father.
Nggak bakal
I don't know.
gagal kah?
You have to find something to focus on.
Manhwa 18
The world
plus.
isn't very kind to people who aren't really good at something.
Nih, kenapa Bang Iqbal baru ngomong dari tadi dong? Gua cari sekarang deh.
School for a while, just until this nasty thing clears. Hey El, would you mind taking a quick
Superhuman
walk
Era aja
around the office?
belum gue
There's a
baca
small
kan.
clerical thing I need you to look at before I can let you two go.
Oh yes, of course. I'll be right back, Benny, okay?
Just maybe 5 minutes, kiddo.
Nih.
Okay.
Tapi kalau kalian jadi Benjamin ya, antara suruh milih cewek sama masa depan, milih mana guys?
He shouldn't be confined to his room.
Dilema sih antara masa depan sama pasangan hidup tuh beneran. Mirip masalah gue sekarang coy, antara masa depan dan jodoh.
This isn't video game time. I want you to figure out something actually productive to do while you're home from school.
Mata gue berusaha nggak kedip gitu kan, tetap kedip. Superhuman Era gue udah download 5 chapter pertama gitu kan, kali-kali gue mau baca tapi belum sempat baca sih. Pilihan sulit. Kalau Bang Iqbal udah milih masa depan ya, langsung masa depan nih. Berarti kalau Bang Iqbal jadi orang kaya tapi nggak punya cewek gitu gimana? Sedih kan? Waktunya fokus dicari uang terus.
Why isn't your son eating with us, Al? No. You mean you good sick? Well, ever since he got sick.
Loh, kita beda lagi.
And Mr. Benjamin Bryn has been awarded first place.
Oh, dari musik ke gambar, berarti kreatif. Berarti lo jeniusnya ke creativity dia. Oh.
You are not
Ya
here to
jajan.
learn to be
Ya, ya.
You are here to learn to be artists. And although I was hired to teach you, it is a sham. There is no teaching art.
Masa jajan?
Slack jawed. Make art, you ponies. Oh.
Masa jajan? Ntar kena penyakit gimana? Multitalentan. Yikes. Gambar naked man. Draw me like one of your
How very
friends,
wacky
girl.
and fun these are.
Kurang cocok ya.
It's very zany, very kitsch. Lucky for you, the world is always in need of more.
Loh. Oh, nggak cocok. Ngulang lagi.
There you go, Mr. Bryn.
Loh.
Feel each shape.
Gambarnya tambah lama kok tambah retard.
Oh, you fiend.
I want you all to take a long look at what Mr. Bryn has done here. You see, he has reached down deep within himself and created a masterpiece. I pray you have a strong hold on yourself, Mr. Bryn. For I fear with talent like these, you may soon be swept away by a whirlwind.
Ganti style tapi lebih cacat kan? Bukannya yang pertama lebih bagus gitu kan?
I'm stunned. The ironic sincerity of this piece.
I know that lots of agents gave you lots of cards, and it all probably feels weird and alienating and the opposite of what being a starving artist is supposed to feel like. But if I can teach you one thing, it's that if opportunity knocks, open the door. Making a living isn't selling out. I wish I had thought of it that way.
Benjamin! Marvelous show last week. Truly stunning. I've never been prouder. One little thing.
Kenapa gambarnya semakin abstrak gitu ya? Bisa lebih terkenal. Bukannya sesuatu yang realistis itu lebih bagus, seperti masa depan. Oh enggak sih, masa depan gue masih abstrak, masih gelap. Harusnya lebih bagus karena masih abstrak.
I've got a good feeling about you. We're going to make a lot of money together, aren't we?
Tadi ada pilihannya Krampel ya.
To actually making some money with one's art. Lord knows I could never do it. Ooh, that's good. So, now that you've made it, tell me, what are you going to do with it? Besides buying me fancy dinners like this every week, obviously. Because I can get used to this. Oh, this looks delicious.
Ini temennya yang Chloe itu bukan? Dari budak musik sekarang ini jadi budak gambar. Seniman jangan sell out gimana maksudnya? Bisa dibantu jelasin nggak? Harus indie gimana?
Honey, stop. Is that a?
Oh my god. I think it is.
Small places.
Oh, jadi pilihannya antara realistis atau abstrak ya? Wah, gambar gue hancur coy. Oh, kontra. Ya sih, harusnya kita kerja sendiri ya. Sesuatu yang dibangun sendiri itu lebih awet. Jangan jadi budak korporat.
Don't even pick up this call, okay? I mean it. I'm just calling to inform you that I went to the doctor today, and well, I'm gonna be a little sick for a while, but really, I don't want you worrying about it at all. You're at such an important moment in your career, and I'm just so proud of you. This is nothing but a little bump in the road for me. I'm going to be fine. Okay?
But that's enough from me. Now, you'll hear from the person who I believe is the single thing in the world my wife was most proud of. Her magnum opus, so to speak.
Anjir, tiba-tiba mamanya mati,
I
Cuks.
think you all know who I'm talking about. Benny, you ready to come up here?
Anjir, Dip. Tiba-tiba mati, Cuks. Anjir, gua nyesel, anjir. Tau gitu kan gue angkat.
Say something.
Belum gue angkat, udah meninggal, Cuks. Apa?
What's wrong? Why aren't you talking?
Hey, honey. Guess who's calling? Again. Look, you know I talk to big, important people who could change your life every day. What the hell am I supposed to say? What do you want me to say? That I haven't heard from my star client in 6 months? This is getting ridiculous. You've got to get it together. Love you lots. Mwah.
Anjir, sekarang kita jadi cariin sama ininya. Kita lagi kena selam, guys.
Hey.
Si Benjamin kena selam, ditinggal mamanya.
Well, here's the call. We're finished. We're done so kaput. It's over. Would you shut the hell up, Tabitha? I'm trying to fire a client in here. Huh?
Hey, B. Just calling to tell you. I think I'm still in the house. She's everywhere here, son. I can't move without bumping into her. Then I just find myself
What the fuck?
Whatever you want. With your mother gone, I'm hoping to finally live without all the clutter. Yeah, I think you did the right thing. By the way, she didn't want you to see her like that.
Anjing, Dip. What the fuck?
She just wanted you to focus on your work. That was the
Gila,
only
men.
thing that mattered to her.
Bawel bad bossnya banget, Cuks. Dia nggak punya hati nurani, coy. Nggak punya empati. Dia tahu kan mamanya. Ini kan mamanya meninggal, coy. Harusnya kan wajar. Kalau artis tuh kena slam gitu kan. Pasti down. Anjir. Gila, ini papa kasihan, coy. Gara-gara keinget mamanya terus kan, dia jual ininya kan.
What's that?
Jual
What's so
rumahnya kan.
fascinating, son?
Ini gambarnya nggak dinilai kan. Dari tadi gambar gue acak-acakan sih. Ditinggal di tempat rumah dijual. Iya coy, gila kasihan.
It's unbelievable, Benny.
Gua pengen, aduh gila. Kasihan sih, gila.
Is that really you? It's Chloe, your neighbor.
Oh,
My
ini
God,
teman
I
gue.
can't believe this. It's been years. I just walked through the entire show. It's unbelievable. I'd love to walk through it again with you. I mean, if you were down for that. I just can't believe that my entire childhood, I was living next to a bona fide genius. And your mom. I always heard her playing piano from next door. But hey, so not to be forward, but what are you doing after this? Maybe we could get a drink or something?
Oi, kenapa lu tiba-tiba deketin gue? Lu gara-gara tahu gue terkenal gitu kan? Lu deketin gue
I'd
gitu.
really love to catch up. I can't believe everything that's happened to you. I want to hear all about it.
What?
Now would you look at that? I cannot believe my luck.
Gila, cerita gitu.
You finally hit the jackpot, Flapjack. All the nobody nothings dying every day. You finally sink your hook into. Oh, well, there you are. Well, hello, sir. If I had realized, I would have cleaned up. I'm just used to fishing up a different class of soul.
Anjing. Tadi flashbacknya
I've had scientists, a couple college
kayak
athletes
Subasa
here or
gitu
there,
kan.
but whew, an internationally renowned
Tiap mau nembak ke gawang,
the gatekeeper.
flashbacknya 3 sampai 5 episode, gak kelar-kelar satu pertandingan.
Why don't we give your story a test run? Maybe you help me out with the word choice, since you know I'm still working on that. See if I'm getting all the strokes right, the proper composition, if you catch my drift. Forget about it. All right, here we go. Gatekeeper! Before you stands the soul of a great man.
Iya, ini udah mati beneran, Jir.
Would you describe yourself as a happy kid or a
Nah, ada Bang Kamal. Gak perlu, mah. Si Botak stream aman. Emang ada masalah si Botak? Gak ada, udah gue siapin kok buat ininya. Buat thumbnail.
A solitary one.
Ntar gue bantu waktu ini nih.
Hey, not bad.
Udah dapat clean fitnya TI kan? Sekedar info doang ya. Udah pasti sih. Udah pasti sih. Anonim dapat officialnya TI. Bakalan dapat clean fit nih.
What did you say your mom was?
Ini tiba-tiba kok YouTube gue ada ini sih.
Or an accountant.
Oh, aman sih, aman sih. Gua kira ada ini. Tadi pertanyaannya apa? Oh, tanya mamanya ya. Mamanya komposer dong.
His mother was a composer who, with the need to support her family, took a job as an accountant.
Iya, bener tuh.
How would you describe her as a teacher? More encouraging or demanding?
Ini boleh jujur gak sih?
Champion.
Kalau gue lihat sih tadi demanding sih. Jadi kayak mamanya itu pengen ini, pengen itu kan.
She was over demanding, forcing him to practice day in and day out.
Bener.
That he might one day achieve that greatness
Mantap.
she never could.
Berapa beda clean fit. Nah, itu anonim gak nge-spill ke aku sih, dan kelihatannya juga gak baik kalau aku nge-spill kalau bukan anonim juga ngomong. Tapi harusnya ya lumayan sih.
Your first love.
Harusnya lumayan sih.
But on the eve of his big audition, he completely dropped the ball, staying up all night with his first love and blowing it the next day.
Jadi tungguin aja buat anonim ntar clean fit TI-nya ya. Pasti seru dah.
Now from that moment forward, his mother gave up on him
She knew he didn't have what it took to be a truly great musician. But little did she know, she just picked the wrong medium, right? See, when he was 12 years old, he got sick. And he had to stay inside for an entire year.
Oh,
In that year,
gitu.
he rediscovered a talent he'd forgotten. Painting. Sure, he loved finger painting as a child. Color and shape were the first languages he learned to speak. But for the
Ini
first
multiple ending.
time,
Nah, ini gue juga nggak tahu sih. Multiple ending atau cuma satu doang?
he was accepted into an exclusive art school where he caught the eye of an esteemed professor who launched his work into the
Harusnya
national
sih.
spotlight.
Harusnya sih enggak.
With expectations on his career mounting, he stalled himself into
Coba gue Google ya,
bankruptcy.
sambil nunggu.
Turned out to be
Ini
a
dia
blessing.
rasanya cuma flashback
For it
doang
wasn't
ceritanya.
until he returned home to the house he grew up in that he began work on what would ultimately be considered his masterpiece. I said shut up, you scumballs! You lucky fowls!
Oh iya,
I get it! I hear what you're saying.
gue baru baca ada 27.
I hear what you're saying.
Kok don't open? Kok open your eyes sih? Before your eyes kan? Enggak sih, enggak ada sih harusnya.
As much anyway. I should probably
Harusnya
tell
cuma
you,
satu.
those things, they're not regular.
Nggak tahu ah, nggak tahu ah.
They're liar birds.
Sepertinya sih ada beberapa
They're what
ending.
becomes
Sepertinya sih.
souls who tried to lie to the gatekeeper. And once they try that, they're never allowed near her city again. I get to feeling bad for not defending them right, so they just stay on with
Game just gini harusnya multiple ending. Harusnya multiple
They're
ending
being
ya.
reminders of my oratory shortcomings.
Tadi gue baca sih ada 12 chapter.
Good thinking. I'll be back to get you once I'm done with this one.
Dicoba aja sih.
You won't be seeing him again.
Lo udah tamat gitu doang.
You're a flea-bitten sap. You know that? Just look at him.
Oh, kita naik.
Doesn't know what he's in for.
Dah, kok jadi horor? Ujungnya bakal ke story 1. Oh, jadi
Now don't think that I haven't dealt with people like you. You're ashamed of something. Something so terrible, you're trying to blink right past it. Because if the gatekeeper knew, she'd have to dream up fresh new hells to punish someone as worthless as you. And I'm sure you're right. I'm sure you're the rottenest soul that I ever fished out of that black muck.
oh, dapat
And I should
bad
have
ending.
thrown you back and sanitized my paw as soon as I laid eyes on you. But it's too late for that. We're in this together. And the gatekeeper, she'll see right through your fake lies as if they were glass. So I'm gonna ask you again to start from the very beginning. And this time, I want the truth.
Oh, jadi sama aja ya harusnya ya. Sama aja berarti. Oh, balik lagi. Ini siapa sih? Mamanya kan?
Not this.
Now play the C major chord I taught you. Remember?
Come on, keep blinking. I haven't found it yet.
There you go. Doesn't that make you feel happy? Like you just want to jump up and down?
You know, my father once told me, when I was about your age, the only way to fight against time is to create a work of genius, which might live on after your.
Oh, kita di.
Stay here.
Oh, oke.
What did your mother hear on that phone call? Keep your eyes open. I need to see.
Gua udah buka mata, Jan.
Let's try this again.
Bukan dia. Berarti disuruh buka terus mata gue. Oh, kalau ada waktu. Oh, gitu.
Hello? Yes, of course. This is
Jadi
Ellie.
pilihan yang story pertama rasanya nggak ngefek ya Bang Habib ya? Pada ujungnya juga disuruh ke sini kan? Bukan rasis.
See,
Emang tadi mata gue kering aja, bukan
she
sipit.
hadn't yet lived up to her father's expectations.
Tapi emang anjing sih. Katanya suruh
Now,
buka mata.
She never could.
Udah buka anjing.
Let's keep going.
Eternally indebted.
What did you just say?
This isn't a trip down memory lane. I need you to stay focused.
Berarti kita di sini misteri
I
apa sih?
understand about the cat. Let's keep going.
Still not understanding how you let this.
Keep your eyes open.
Iya mata gue sipit. Anjir, gua buka mata. Cuks. Gua buka mata demi lu. Aduh, mata gue kering. Gak kuat mata gue, Cuks. Kering, Cuks. Udah. Kurang ajar.
The death of those cats must have taught you a terrifying lesson. That simply being alive wasn't enough. So then you went to work to make yourself sensational.
I like hanging out with you a lot, which is weird because.
Anjing. Kucingnya dimakan, Cuks. Yang bener aja.
Hey, Elle, would you mind taking a quick walk with me down to my office?
Come on, keep blinking. I
Nih game rasis, Cok.
We can focus on. Make sure.
Gue gak merem dikir.
One more time.
Dikira ngeblink. Game rasis.
Can you please try to speak a little softer? I really don't want him to hear us talking.
I swear to God, if you blink again.
Time in its development.
Mata gue kering, jancu. Bener aja.
Room.
Yeah, but look, having him home for a little means I can spend more time with him. You know? We can focus on.
Nih game anjir deh.
Sure he's staying engaged.
Can we please try to speak a little softer? I really don't want him to hear us talking about this.
I mean, what's the point?
Oh, bukan kalibrasi. Aman. Emang gamenya rasis doang. Gara-gara mata gue kering, coy. Ntar tetesin mata. Gue udah nangis, coy. Gua sampai siap-siap tetes obat mata demi ini. Nah, kalau gua pernah.
What's the point?
Gua ngeliat apa dong? Nggak ngeliat apa-apa.
What does that mean?
What's the point of any of it? If he's never gonna get any better.
Okay. Let's not say that. Okay? We know we don't mean it.
Oh, ada yang susi merem.
I know.
I mean,
Oh.
what if he heard one of us saying something like that?
I'd never forgive myself.
It's okay.
He's asleep. But it's okay.
I see. You got sick. You howled at the moon at the top of your lungs. You were sick for a long time, weren't you? Sicker than healthy kids are supposed to get? Well, no matter how painful it gets, I need you to remember. We're almost at the end of this.
Ini kita disuruh ingat apa sih? Jadi secara nggak lah, apa dari bentar. Kalau di recap ya ceritanya kita kan ini dianggap sama mamanya bisa main piano kan, udah jago gitu kan. Terus waktu umur 12 kita sakit. Nah, kita punya talent baru melukis, dari melukis terkenal kan. Terus emang salah di mana?
This isn't video game time. I
Ini
want you to figure out something actually productive to do while you're home.
ya
from school.
ini momen kita sakit kan.
Try writing with it. Well, hello, Benny. It was your grandfather's, but I used it in college to write lyrics.
Gila. Oh, si Ferryman win. Emang tadi hidupnya kenapa? Menurut gue udah sedih sih.
Exactly. It was very artsy.
Emang
Actually, I was just
lebih
good at
sedih dari
fooling
ini
your
kah?
dad. Made him think I was some kind of genius. Why don't you write the story of your life so far? And then what you're going to do once you get better. That's the story I want to hear. Story of who you're going to become, okay?
Oh ini. Oh gitu.
Man, this is wild. You really got into this, didn't you?
Kita kok tiba-tiba dapat alternate universe, bukannya habis ini
here I am.
menting ya?
But on the eve of his big audition, he completely dropped the ball, staying up all night with his first love and blowing it the next day. First love? Okay, Benny. And you know, we really could have just slept on the beach another night. But I'm also glad we didn't because, well, another night wouldn't be the same night, if that makes sense. Okay, back to the story. He'd loved finger painting as a child. Color and shape were the first languages.
Keskip lagi. Tapi rasanya aman sih ya.
You are going to be in there for about 30 minutes, so try to get comfortable.
Anjir, di MRI. Ini sakit apa sih? Kanker kah?
You're doing great, buddy. Just a little longer, okay?
Knock, knock. You're gonna be so annoyed with me, but I couldn't help but overhear Chloe reading loud from what I think was your story the other night. I know. I promised myself I wouldn't eavesdrop, but I would really love to read it if you'd let me. What do you say? You know I'm such a big fan of anything you do. I can't.
Just go in there and tell him you loved it.
I'm sorry, I just can't. I'm
not right now.
Okay, don't worry. Just go to bed. I'll talk to you.
Hey, B. Just want you to know that Mom loved your story. She's just, I think it was just very emotional for her to read. But I thought it was great. I mean, look at this. His childhood was a lonely one, growing up a strange and quiet child in an isolated seaside town. I mean, I'm certainly bummed you feel
Lebih
that
ke
way.
pesimis
What I
gak sih
wanna
nih
know
anak?
is, where'd you learn to write so well? All those cool words.
Seaword, not
It's like
COVID.
Dickens.
Cina? Emang apa lagi? Cancer. Oh, cancer. Gue kira dia sakit jadi orang Cina, coy. Cancer berarti. Gue benernya bingung sih ini. Dia punya masalah sama mamanya. Kah mamanya ini kenapa sih? Bingung gue. Cancer. Gua digas Bang Habib. Ya cancer. Salah. gue masih bingung sih ini gimana ya? Si mamanya ini dukung atau enggak sih? Rasanya kok kayak di tengah-tengah gitu.
Richard, get up! What's going on? I think he's unconscious. Call the paramedics now.
Okay, I'm doing it.
I'm just gonna wait till you're okay. I'm gonna hold your hand. You feel that? That's me. That's your mom. That's mama.
Oh, jadi
So if he's ever in pain, all he needs to do is press that red button and the drug will administer itself.
Thank you so much. You know, I know my wife would normally want to thank you herself.
No, I understand. It hits mothers the hardest, this sort of thing.
Thank you for understanding. It's been a rough one.
berarti cerita yang kedua ini kayak nyeritain lagi yang di cerita pertama ke skip gitu kan? Oh gitu. Udah aman. Loh, di cerita pertama nggak ada ini.
Hey, Eddie. Yeah, hey man, it's Richard. Listen, I know Elle's been missing in action, but I just want you to understand things have taken a...
Hey, this isn't funny, you know? What, you're too scared to talk to me? Well, just so you know, I know you're faking. Because if you were really sick, like actually sick, you'd have told me already. I happen to actually know about this stuff. So the fact that you are faking, just so you don't have...
I remember when you were just 4 years old. Mom was going through a pretty tough time. I mean, not as tough as now, but yeah, her music had been rejected, and she's having trouble adjusting to her quiet little life out here. And I feared that I was losing her.
Gue bingung. Nih mamanya kemana ya? Udah mati?
This on the piano.
Atau belum?
Her little hands reaching up for the keys. She just couldn't believe how gifted you were. And once she heard that, well, it was like you brought her right back to me. So, I was wondering if maybe you could do that trick again. Try closing your eyes. See if you can remember.
Wait, that's my bass. How did you figure out how to play that?
Keep playing, B. She's listening.
Jadi si mama ini depresi, gila. Depresi gara-gara anaknya sakit. Sedangkan si anak ini juga pengen mamanya sembuh juga anjir. Jadi dia loh, si kucing kok balik? Lele, kok nambah? Ini buat pompa jantung itu kan?
What are you doing, Al? She's gonna make you sick.
Oh, it's okay. I'm just so happy she's here. We've got to show this cat some real love. She's been through more than we can even imagine.
Bukan hidup lagi. Yang mati emang anaknya. Loh,
She hasn't been over. Like, she didn't even care to visit?
No, I mean, I don't think he's told her.
And you're just letting that be?
I don't know her step. You know how Benny is.
She lost her mother a year ago. You knew that, right?
No, but what does that have to do with...
Okay, do we have her dad's number?
I don't know. Check the book.
Okay, I'm calling now.
Honey.
loh emang
Oh my god, you're an idiot. You do realize this is really nothing special to me. I've seen this all before. I was thinking about what you said in the story the other day.
yang mana siapa? Yang cewek ini?
Reacted to it.
Atau yang kucing tadi?
I feel kind of bad. I shouldn't have done that. But hey, what are you looking at?
Ya.
Don't look up there. Look at me.
Chloe habis tinggal
talking
nyampah
to
tuh
you.
sendiri. Enggak sih.
I
Emang
want to give you
gitu.
something. But I think I don't want to be in the room when you see what it is.
Mungkin
So
kayak
maybe
si Chloe
if
ini
you
bikin
close your
boundary
eyes,
gitu lagi kan.
I can give it to you and I'm gonna leave.
Kan ada orang yang
Close your eyes now.
takut ketinggalan
okay?
orang yang disayangi gitu kan. Akhirnya dia itu kayak bikin jarak gitu biar orang nggak sayang dia nggak sayang orang, terus biar dia nggak merasa kehilangan. Kan ada tipe orang gitu. Yang bareng kucing, emang siapa? Yang merah-merah tadi kah? Yang merah-merah tuh penyakitnya penyakit Cina, penyakit cancer. Kalau kucing tadi yang dimakan anjing tuh anaknya, bukan mamanya kan. Mamanya yang matanya satu kayak Zoro itu kan. Ya kayak trauma gitu kan, pasti ada lah orang yang kayak gitu. Jadi dia kayak, aduh, udah mau meninggal dikasih surat cinta. Gua belum selesai baca anjing. Gua belum selesai baca. Ini kelihatan nggak sih? Tadi kalau dilihat kan kalau makan rotinya dia habis setengah gitu kan. Sekarang cuma segigit doang. Oh, dicipok tuh harusnya. Oh, cewek yang bareng kucing. Oh, Bang Iqbal. Sepertinya kelewatan ya tadi ya. Jadi ceritanya yang pertama itu ibunya mati.
Something new I'm working on.
Terus kayak di rewind gitu kan. Ceritanya di rewind lagi kedua. Kayak diceritain lagi. Ini cerita yang kayak apa ya? Yang kita skip sebelumnya diceritain ulang atau emang different timeline ya?
You're writing again.
It's just a melody that came to me. It feels good to play it.
It's sad.
Yeah, well, that would make sense. But do you like it?
I mean, yeah. I love everything you do.
What do you like about it?
Not this old trap.
Go on. I'm waiting.
Well, it made me feel like if the unspeakable darkness I'm carrying can be so well expressed, maybe it's not so unspeakable. Nailed it, didn't I?
Yeah. I mean, that was pretty good.
Oh, nanti yang pertama ketahuan. Oh. Dah. Iya, emang.
I can't breathe.
I know.
It's okay, Benny. I understand. There's no need to show me anymore.
No, Richard, it's like I can't breathe.
Kamera gue kok tambah miring sih.
Now, I've wondered if I'm just not a good enough storyteller. If I just don't have grand enough words, can't tell grand enough
Kok jadi
stories.
nge-lag ya?
But grand words and stories.
Tadi nggak nge-lag deh.
I think they may be overrated. I know just what to tell her. Watch for her now. I've seen the gatekeeper take many forms depending on the soul I bring her. But once you see her, you'll know. Believe me. I should go get ready. Don't worry. We got this. I think.
Oh, dia. Oh, tiap aku kedip scenery-nya beda ya.
There she is. Wish me luck.
Ini siapa?
Gatekeeper, before you sits the soul of a child who died before he could grow old.
That means she's ready to hear your story.
You know, I never told you how much I loved your story. It's really so imaginative, and the person you wrote about is such an interesting and intense guy. My only issue was, well, I didn't like him very much. So, I wanted to read you something I wrote for you, which is about the Benny I've known for 11 years now. It's called The Great Life of Benjamin Bryn. Benjamin Bryn was born into an ordinary home, to an ordinary
mother and father in a small town by the sea.
His mother was a composer, or at least
That's what she dreamed she'd be. So, when her own dreams didn't pan out, she began to dream for him.
then, when he was just 11 years old, he got sick and was forced to stay inside for an entire year.
And in that year, he began to worry that he hadn't lived enough.
So he made up a story of the great life he thought he wanted to live.
Oh anjir.
Which only made him forget the great life he already had. How he
Gila.
filled a new home with light and joy and promise.
Jadi yang pertama tuh
How he met a girl
ceritanya dia gitu, anjir.
all alone in the world, and he made her feel okay again.
Anjir sedih anjir gue anjir.
His parents hope.
How he reminded
Gila
them
coy.
of
Exactly who they were.
after they had almost forgotten. So when he was going to go, he was
okay.
Anjir gue ngambil tisu dulu dah anjir.
A full life.
Anjir.
And he was everything he needed to be. Just as he was.
Anjir. Nyesek anjir ceritanya. Aduh, jancuk.
She accepts. Close your eyes now, and keep them closed. She's gonna let you in.
Why is he smiling like that?
Anjir.
It must be somewhere that he likes.
Loh, emang ceritanya lanjut? Ya anjing, aduh gila. Gua udah ambil tisu. Gila sedih coy. Jadi cerita pertamanya tuh karangannya dia yang pindah gimana gitu ya. Gila coy. Anjir sedih cuk gue cuk. Wah, dikasih game yang ginian coy gue. Anjir cuks. Deep sekali cuks. Gigi gila keren dah. Iya yang pertama tuh kayak ceritanya dia ini kan dia ngarang kan yang jadi di ngetik itu kan. Gila. Sedih gue coy. Gila sedih boy. Bayangin hidup cuma 12 tahun doang, gila. Habis tisu kan gue kan. Gila cuks. Gila. Jadi Ferryman nih terakhir nganter dia ke ini ya, ke surga gitu kan hitungannya kan. Oh, gua baru nyadar kenapa si Ferryman marah-marah. Gua kira kenapa, ternyata oh. Jadi yang diceritain pertama tuh impiannya, coy. Gila. Dia tuh yang lo ya kasihan sih dia. Aduh. Anjir, gua lebih cocok main horror, Cir. game ginian gue gampang ke bawa suasana kan. Ini ada endingnya lagi gak sih atau udah selesai ya dia? Udah end ya? Gila. Menyentuh sih, gila. Gua suruh anonim main deh atau siapapun gitulah. Iya, jadi yang jadi seniman tuh kayak impiannya dia gitu loh. Jadi dia cerita tuh dia itu kayak gini, impiannya doang. Anjir. Ternyata yang bener tuh dia itu dari umur 12 tuh udah sakit, coy. Terus akhirnya dipanggil gitu kan. Gila, cuks. Sedih, cuks. Game anjir, ntar Omori kayak gini lagi dong. GG, gila. Ini udah selesai atau ada ending lagi nih? Dari ininya, dari apa? Dari apa ini ya namanya ya? Ending, bukan ending sih. Gila kan? Kok bisa tambah sedih? Gimana? Kalau tadi gue ngeliat sih kayak detail dia makan, dia kan kelihatan kan. Tambah lama tambah dikit, terus kerasa di mouse gue kan biasanya geraknya cepet, tambah lama gitu. Terus ada mesin-mesin yang di samping ranjangnya tuh, gila. Sedih anjir. Oh, ini masih jalan kah? Oh, masih jalan, coy. Udah ya, udah end ya. Kalau udah end, gua end stream dah, gua kamar mandi, coy. Gua meratapi hidup. Oh, endingnya satu, berarti pilihannya itu cuma ngefek di impiannya dia doang gitu kan. Tetap yang penting tuh yang cerita keduanya kan. Oh, gila. GG bang, pantes 10-10 di Steam. Oh, tadi pas gua kelewatan ya, pas gua ngambil tisu ya. Anjing. Berarti si Ben ini bukan lonely kan, bukan sendirian kan, padahal dia ngomongnya dia sendirian. Gila. Sedih coy, gue coy. Oh, di samping tempat tidur. Gua nggak perhatiin sih, gila. Wah, gila, kayak nonton Anohan anjir gua. Berdinang air mata kan, gila. Ih, belum selesai ya, gila. Lama juga. Gamenya simple ya, berapa jam main? Bentar. 1,5 jam doang coy, tapi yang bikin segini banyak. Oh. Kalau menurut gue sih, si Ben ini bukan lonely sih, seperti kayak lebih ke arah introvert gak sih? Gila. Mungkin karena dia introvert jadi kayak kurang dukungan gitu. Anjir, kalau Omori lama sih. Omori 20 jam gameplaynya coy. Kalau 20 jam gitu kan kadang kalau lu main terus udah kan kayak nggak dapet gitu kan feel-nya. Kalau game ini kan langsung gitu loh. Dis. Anjir, ya udah selesai ternyata guys. Gila, ya udahlah. Gua air stream hari ini, gila. Gua lari ke WC dah, nangis dulu. Ini yang nyariin game ini sampai nih kemarin Bang Abim kah? Gila, makasih loh. Jarang-jarang gua nemu game kayak gini. Buat gila, gigi. Ya udah, yang udah nemenin gua hari ini, yang tadi yang bakal nonton replay juga, udah makasih. Kalau kalian belum main dah, nggak apa-apa. Nggak bakal bosan main game ini. Gitu coy. Oh, ada side quest. Enggak, kemarin gue baca story-nya doang tuh 20 jam. Kalau ada side quest-nya 70 coy. Jadi gitu. Ya udahlah. Thank you gila. Word. Siap, Bang Abim. Makasih udah nyariin gamenya, gila. Bagus. Makasih Bang Abim, makasih Bang Ibal udah nemenin sampai